Hello everyone, welcome to St. Peter's Law Academy, and today we are going to discuss the answer sheet of AIB 19 exam. So let's start with it. I am discussing set code B. Question 1 is which section of BNSS mandates the appointment of a designated police officer in each district and police station to provide information about arrested individual to the general public. So correct option for this is option B. Now next is question number 2. It says which section of BNSS introduced provisions for identifying, attaching and forfeiting the property of proclaimed offenders located outside India. So this is option number C, that is section number 86. Next after this is a suit is pending in district court A, but one of the parties, Mira, requests its transfer to district court B, claiming that the judge in court A is biased. The opposing party, Ravi, objects, stating that the request is baseless. Who has the authority to decide whether the suit can be transferred? Option A is the High Court or the Supreme Court, the civil judge in district court B, committee of local advocates, and the district court A, where the suit is currently pending. So correct option here is option A. Question number 3. Which section of BNSS places restrictions on the adjournment of trials, ensuring the expeditious resolution of cases? This is option number B, that is section number 346. Now next is question number 5. It is Maya files a suit in court A for the recovery of money from her neighbor. Neha, during the proceedings, Neha requests that a third party, Seema, be added to the suit as Seema is allegedly liable for the debt. Maya objects, claiming that Seema is not a necessary party. Court A then reviews the application and decides that Seema should indeed be included as a defendant. So here correct option is option D, order 1, rule 10, that is joinder and substitution of parties. Next is question number 6. Which section of the CPC allows for the appeal from original decrees? So correct option for question number 6 is option number D, section number 96. Under the CPC, what is the maximum time limit for filing a written statement in a suit? So correct option for question number 7 is 120 days. Now question number 8. Which section of the CPC provides exemption of the President of India and the Governor of State from personal appearance in court? So correct answer for question number 8 is option number A. Next is question number 9, that is what is the reference used for a court's power to transfer of case from one court to another under the Code of Civil Procedure? So this is option number A, reference. In which order of the CPC the procedure for summary suit is provided? So it is order 37. This is the answer of question number 10. Now next is question number 11. It discusses which section mandates state government prepare and notify a witness protection scheme for the state with a view to ensure the protection of witnesses. So correct option for this is section 398. Next is question number 12. Which section of the CPC provides for an interpleader suit? So interpleader suit is discussed under section number 88 of CPC. Question number 13 is which section of CPC provides for the payment of compensatory cost? So this is option number A. Correct option is A, that is section 35A. Which word is inserted in section 22 of the BSA that was not present in section 24 of the Evidence Act? So that is coercion. A is the correct option for question number 14. Next is question number 15. Existence of course of business when relevant is discussed in which provision of BSA? This is discussed in section 14 of BSA. So correct option for question number 15 is B. Question number 16. In a criminal trial, Rajesh is accused of theft. During the investigation, the police report a stolen laptop from a location known to be frequented by Rajesh. His fingerprints are found on the laptop. According to the Bharatiya Sakshi Adhiniyam 2023, how should the court interpret this piece of evidence? So correct option for this is C. The fingerprints must be verified by at least 2 independent forensic experts before being present in court. Question number 17. Where a document is executed in several parts like printing, lithography or photography, video recording, computer resources, electronic or digital records, the BSA 2023 classifies each part as a primary evidence. So correct option is D. Question number 18. Which section of BSA provides that no court shall require any communication between the ministers and the President of India to be procured before it? That is section number 165 of BSA. Next is question number 19. According to section 46 of the BSA, when character evidence is relevant in civil cases? Only when relevant to relevant fact. Now is question number 20. Which section of the CPC deals with the principle of res judicata? So principle of res judicata is discussed in section number 11 of CPC. Question number 21st. Under which section, under section 146 of the BSA 2023, when the leading question are permissible in the court proceedings? कब leading questions court proceedings में permissible होते हैं? So it is the correct option for question number 21 is leading questions are permitted during cross examination and when matters are introductory, undisputed or sufficiently proved. Which of the following, question number 22, which of the following is a characteristic of mediation? So it involves a neutral third party who facilitates the negotiation between the parties. The mediator acts as a judge and renders a verdict. It is always court order and the mediator imposes a binding decision. So it is option A for question number 22nd. Now next is question number 23. A dispute arises between ABCD Limited and XYZ Private Limited regarding a contract that both parties had entered into. The agreement includes an arbitration clause which states that any dispute shall be referred to arbitration. However, the parties failed to agree on the appointment of an arbitrator. Which of the following provisions of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 would be applicable to resolve the issue of appointment of an arbitrator? So correct option for this is option number D, that the court will appoint an arbitrator under section 11 if the parties fail agree on one. क्योंकि इनके agreement में था that they will appoint but they fail to do so, so court will help them to appoint an arbitrator under section 11. Now next is question number 24. Which of the following is not an advantage of using ADR? It offers more confidentiality than traditional court cases. It always results in a binding decision. It is often less expensive than court proceedings. It is generally faster than litigation. So correct option for question number 24 is option B. Question number 25. Kiran and Meena are involved in an arbitration where Kiran was awarded rupees 10 lakh as compensation. Meena refuses to pay the amount. arguing that the award was not enforceable because of certain procedural irregularities. In the arbitration process, Kiran decides to approach the court to enforce the arbitral award. Which of the following provisions of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 governs the enforcement of an arbitral award? So it is Section 36 of the Act allows for the automatic enforcement of an arbitral award unless set aside by the court. So this is a direct question from a Bare Act. Next is question number 26. As per section 78 clause 2 of the BSA 2023, presumption about the officer signing or certifying the document is that the officer held the official character claimed when signing or certifying the document. So correct option for question number 26 is option B. Question 27. Under section 15 of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, the divorced person to marry again have to wait for a period of 6 months from the date of decree, may marry immediately thereafter without the leave of the court as a matter of right. None of the above, have to wait for a period of 1 year from the date of decree. So correct option for 27 is none of the above. Next is question 28. Aarti and Rajesh have been married for 5 years. Over time, Aarti has been subjected to continuous cruelty by Rajesh, which has led to emotional and mental distress. Aarti decides to file for divorce on the ground of cruelty under section 13(1), subclause 1A of the Hindu Marriage Act 1955. Which of the following statement is true regarding the ground for divorce under the Hindu Marriage Act? So correct option for this is option A. Aarti can seek divorce on the ground of cruelty as long as she proves mental or physical cruelty. Next is question number 29. On matters where Daya Bhaga is silent, what prevails? So we have studied there are two types of schools. तो जहाँ पे दया भागा silent है वहाँ पे क्या prevail होगा? There मिताक्षरा will prevail. Next is question number 30. It discusses Nisha and Akash are separated and they both seek custody of their minor child, Arav. Nisha has been the primary caregiver while Akash claims that he can provide better financial stability for Arav. They both approached the court under the Guardians and Ward Act 1890. Which of the following factor will the court primarily consider in determining the custody of Arav? तो गार्जियन एंड वार्ड्स एक्ट में प्रायर कंसिडरेशन क्या होता है? वेलफेयर. पैरामाउंट कंसिडरेशन इज वेलफेयर ऑफ द चाइल्ड. सो the correct option for this is the welfare of child, the welfare and best interest of the child. So correct option for question number 30th is B. अब 31 का क्या है? मैच दी फॉलोइंग. तो इसमें देखो सारे ऑप्शन में जाने से अच्छा है जो आपको एक मेजर लैंडमार्क जजमेंट पता. तो शायरा बानो किसका था? शायरा बानो वॉज ऑन ट्रिपल तलाक. तो अगर हम देखें तो क्या ई फिफ्थ में किसी में है? तो ई फिफ्थ में नहीं है. तो करेक्ट ऑप्शन फॉर दिस इज बी. 31st के लिए करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज बी. नेक्स्ट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 32. Which section discusses with regard to spinner relationship under the Hindu Marriage Act 1955? So, C is the correct option. Section 3F, 1 and 2 and explanation to section 3G and 5V. 5 का clause 5. Next is question number 33. The remedy of restitution of conjugal right is given in section, which section? Remedy of conjugal right is given under section 9 of Hindu Marriage Act. So 33 का correct option is option C. In which cases a prison inmate sent a letter to the Supreme Court describing physical torture which become a pioneer in public interest litigation, though the court later abandoned the practice of considering letters. So here the option are Sunil Batra versus Delhi administration, Mukti Morcha versus Union of India, Narasimha Rao case and Husnaira Khatun versus Bihar case. So यहाँ पे वैसे तो ये दोनों ऑप्शन है, तो अभी प्रोविजनली अगर मैं देखूं तो इसमें हम देयर कुड बी एनीवन, एनी ऑप्शन, हुसैनारा खतून भी हो सकता है, सुनील बत्रा भी हो सकता है. Next is question number 36. It says in PIL cases the court plays a passive role in similar to traditional cases, and statement 2 is PIL is primarily focused on individual disputes. So both statements are false. 36 के लिए correct option is C. Question number 37. It says Fatima, a Muslim woman, has been divorced by her husband Imran through talaq. Fatima is now seeking maintenance from Imran for herself and her 2 minor children. Imran argues that Fatima has remarried and therefore is not entitled to any maintenance under Muslim law. Which of the following statement is true regarding Fatima's claim for maintenance? So here Fatima is not entitled to maintenance because she has remarried. So D is the correct option for question number 37. Question 38. Which of the following best define delegated legislation? So correct option for 38 is B, that is laws made by an administrative authority under powers given to them by parliament. This is the correct option. Question number 39. In 2020 at Dhorodo village, the panchayat elections could not happen due to COVID pandemic while the tenure of the panchayat was getting over that year itself. Mr. Haribansh represented the people that year at the panchayat post dissolution of the panchayat tenure and made a law exercising the delegated power vide the Panchayati Raj Act of the state to and made a law exercising the delegated power vide the Panchayati Raj Act of the state to restrict their economic activities per day to ₹100 only. In which of the following case this is allowed or restricted? So correct option for this is MCD versus Birla Cotton Mills. Next is which of the following is or are not ground for judicial review or administrative action? So 40th क्वेश्चन कह रहा है कि जुडिशियल रिव्यू एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्शन के लिए कौन सा ऑप्शन इनमें से कौन सा जो ग्राउंड है उसको कंसीडर नहीं करा जाता. सो पब्लिक ओपिनियन, इसलिए यहाँ पे करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज सी. 40th का करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज ऑप्शन सी. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 41st. इट सेज what does conflict of interest refer to in professional ethics? So a situation where two professionals disagree, a conflict between ethics and laws, a situation where personal interest conflicts with professional duties, a situation involving legal dispute. So correct option for this is option C. Next is question number 42. Advocate Mr. X was representing a client Mr. Y in a property dispute case. During the proceedings, advocate Mr. X accepted a bribe from the opposite party to delay the case, causing significant harm to Y's interest. Moreover, Mr. X failed to inform his client about critical hearing dates, leading to adverse judgments. So यहाँ पे देखो BNS में ऐसी कोई बात नहीं करी गई है, इसमें भी बात नहीं है, but there is separate act that is it amounts to the contempt of court under the Contempt of Courts Act 1971. So correct option for question number 42 is it is the provisional answer for this is the it is a violation of rules made by the Bar Council of India for the professional ethics. So question number 42 में there are two ऑप्शंस जिसमें से आंसर एक हो सकता है. तो अभी के लिए यू कैन मार्क कि भाई इसमें जो करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा क्वेश्चन नंबर 42 के लिए करेक्ट ऑप्शन विल बी सी, दैट इट अमाउंट्स टू कंटेम्प्ट ऑफ कोर्ट अंडर द कंटेम्प्ट ऑफ कोर्ट्स एक्ट 1971. Now next is question number 43. The nature of proceeding in the case of professional misconduct is, it is criminal in nature, quasi criminal, neither civil nor criminal, civil in nature. तो सिविल तो नहीं होता है, वो पूरी तरीके से क्रिमिनल भी नहीं होता, बट इट इज क्वासी क्रिमिनल. सो करेक्ट ऑप्शन फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 43 is option B. Correct option for question number 43 is option B. Now next is question 44. It says given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion and the other is labeled as reason. So assertion is the concept of local standi is relaxed in PIL cases. PIL allows any public spirited person to approach the court on behalf of those who cannot represent themselves. So here correct option is that both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 45. As per section 2 clause 84, share means share in the share capital of a company and includes debentures, stock, preference shares and bonds. तो ये नहीं आता है शेयर की डेफिनेशन में, तो ओनली स्टॉक्स. तो करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज ऑप्शन बी. सो क्वेश्चन 45 के लिए करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज बी, दैट मीन्स ओनली स्टॉक्स इज इंक्लूडेड इन द डेफिनेशन ऑफ शेयर. Now next is 46. So it says section 43 of the Companies Act 2013 provide for kinds of share capital, reduction in share capital, buyback of share and issue of share at premium. So this is a direct question from your Bear Act. It discusses about the kinds of share capital. So correct answer for question number 46 is option A. Now next is question 47. Question 47 discusses a manufacturing company in the city of Surat named as X has been discharging untreated industrial waste into a nearby river, violating the provisions of the Environment Protection in severe pollution, making the river water unsafe for drinking and harming aquatic life. Local farmers and residents who rely on the river for irrigation and daily needs have started facing health issues and crop failures due to contaminated water. Despite multiple complaints to the local pollution control board, no action has been taken against the company. So here the correct option for this is option D, that talks about violation of section 24 of the Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act 1974. Next is question 48. Which of the following act is popularly known as umbrella legislation? So umbrella legislation में आपका आएगा Environment Protection Act 1986. So option C is the correct answer for question number 48. Now next is question number 49. Which of the following is included under section 21W of the Information Technology Act 2000 describing the intermediary? So first is cyber cafes, telecom regulators, social media, इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोविजंस. सो इसमें करेक्ट ऑप्शन क्या होगा? तो 49 के लिए करेक्ट ऑप्शन इज ऑप्शन बी, एज इट इंक्लूड साइबर कैफे, टेलीकॉम रेगुलेटर्स एंड इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 50. Appropriate procedural safeguards help reduce threats to objectivity and counter any perception of possible bias. Which of the following is are not procedural safeguard? A, first is act in fraudulent manner. Second is providing peer review of valuation if necessary. Third is non-disclosure of any prior association with the client. Fourth is non-disclosure of any possible sources of conflict of interest. So correct option for this is only 2, that is providing peer review of valuation if necessary. So we have discussed question number 1 to question number 50 of the exam, that is AIB 19. So we have discussed almost 50 questions, but there may be chances कि भाई कुछ question के answers जो है थोड़े different हो सकते हैं. So these are basically the provisional answers till your correct answer